Hello. I hope you have had a chance to study the program. Um, I've given you big topics, and as I have been studying them, it's so easy to get caught in the over information, and particularly in the Western knowledge, but also to an extent in Chinese medicine studies. Acupuncture channels were charted over many, many centuries, and they've been adding more and more, and traditionally limiting it to 14 major channels, and then there are additional channels that have their points. We don't have need to go to those because the way I have designed this program is really to use the fundamentals in everything. Fundamentals in breathing, and I hope that you have now mastered the right kind of breathing by using the diaphragm and using the sense organ nose that was designed for that. And I hope that you have had a chance to study the awesome brain systems that the Western research is so excellent in. The neurotransmitters and the hormones uh, that make the whole system work. All that is such a complex study and fascinating. But it's difficult to get the fundamentals when you get lost in a detail. So I've been trying to guide you to understand the essence of all these different areas. And Chinese medicine itself is a complex study. To be a practitioner takes years. But here you're getting the fundamentals, and I hope that you have looked into them seriously and are ready now to learn another fundamental practice so that you can move further in your awareness and stress management, eliminating the symptoms that seem to pop up in everybody's life, whether you are mastering stress or not. Life is not simple nowadays. We have lots of pressures, and and um, to overcome these pressures, there was a psychologist and acupuncturist 10 or 15 years ago that developed what is known as thought field therapy. And I practiced it, and I believe that it works for you as well. This is to take the acupuncture knowledge and um, alert the acupuncture channels to open up by tapping them. So I decided that I would like to take it another step using acupressure as well as tapping and the right breath that you use now. Okay? And you do right breath. Do you do the breath 3 times every time you press the acupuncture point? But this particular video is really just an introduction so that you learn to use these points. So don't think, don't worry anyway, to remember them, because I'm just going to go over them now and point out how they relate to the acupuncture system. So what do? You use one side of your body. You use let's say you use your right hand on the left side, and then you move to from using left arm, left side, left hand to your right side. Okay, so I'll just explain to you the points now, and don't worry about remembering them. But I will go over these when we actually practice this in my next video. Okay, so you begin here in the corner of your eye where urinary bladder channel starts, right here. And the actual process is, I always use my middle finger here as well for the third eye, but you just tap, 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 and you press, and you take 3 breaths with your diaphragm. As I said, I'm not going to do this process right now. I'm going to show you the points, okay? So this was the urinary bladder point. And here you go on the side here, and that is your gallbladder point, right here. Here you tap your stomach point just below the pupil as you look forward. And here you tap 2 points. This is on governing channel, and this is on conception channel. This is the last, connecting to nearly last point of the conception. Governing and conception here. Okay, and here you have the last points of kidney, and on the side you have the last points of spleen, pancreas. Underneath the breast, you have the last points of liver. And then you move from here to your thumb. Here is the last points of your lung in your thumb. Can you see it? Okay. And here is your first point of your colon or large intestine. Here you have the pericardium last points. On the other side is the triple warmer, if you know about. So you just tap here, okay? And then you skip this nameless finger. And then you go to your heart point here at the end of your pinky. And on this other side, often it's just use the karate point here for small intestine. So then in the procedure, you move into between the nameless and pinky, and you do some eye exercises based on neuro-linguistic programming, which is really just rolling your eyes both directions, looking up, looking down, looking to the left, looking to the right, looking diagonally to your left, and diagonally to the right, and covering your eye muscles, because eye is really, really very connected to everything in your brain. So as you know, it's here, the mechanism starts here. So then you go to the other side again. You go to urinary bladder channel. Then you go to gallbladder, stomach, governing and conception, kidneys, spleen, pancreas, stomach. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Liver, lung, large intestine, and pericardium, and triple wormer, and heart, and small intestine. And you don't do the eye movement more than once. So that is the sequence, and this is like a preliminary for you for the next video that I'll be making, that is detailed experience of doing this. So this is what I practice in the morning, and I wake up. If I have something in my thought world that doesn't seem positive, it's kind of there, I don't really want to go that way. I rather go and do meditation and become happy. I don't deny it though, and I will say it by making this round that I just showed you. And every time you do that contact, you say, even though I have this concern, and you name the concern, I love myself deeply and completely. And then you take 3 breaths with your diaphragm. And then you go to the next. Even though I have this concern, I love myself deeply and completely. And you go through every acupuncture channel. And it's amazing. It really works. So that would be like beginning a day in the right kind of way. Okay? Right kind of way being living in Tao, the way the life was designed to be lived in. This is what we observe in nature when it's undisturbed by our meddling. So keep reading the material and keep listening and watching the videos. I'm really looking forward to our next session. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.